Hi BookTube, it's Gina. Happy Friday. Yay, we made it through the week. It is gray and drizzly out today. Be prepared for the lighting in my videos to be terrible for the next 6 months because this is what we have to look forward to. But we're just gonna make the best of it and do what we can. It is the start of a beautiful season, but at the start of a tough season for me. The gray weather is always challenging, but we have Christmas to look forward to. Can you believe it is December 1st already? I just can't believe it. I can't believe how fast this year has gone by. But I wanted to hop on and talk to you about some of my Christmas reading plans. You know, some of what I'm going to read in December is probably just going to be mood reading, but I do have a few things that I definitely, well, let's say definitely maybe plan to get to, and then a few things that I just like to get out, and a few books rather that I like to get out, set on the table, and just keep around for flipping through over the season. So let's get started. The first things I'm going to talk about is let's look at some fiction books. This one I actually just started. So this is a contemporary called Christmas by the Book by Anne Marie Ryan. I showed you this one already. I already started this one a couple nights ago. It is super cozy, super cute, about a bookstore, a couple that own a bookstore in the Cotswolds, and they are having some financial troubles. The bookstore is struggling, and the question in the book is, are they going to make it? Is the bookstore going to stay open? And I am guessing that it is, but I don't know yet. I am about halfway through with this one, and it's super duper cute. I bought this one based on a recommendation. Sorry, I can't talk today. By Art from the Bookshelf Odyssey. Also, another contemporary that I bought the same day I bought this one is The Book Club Hotel. I already showed you this one too. Let's see, this is by Sarah Morgan. Look at that cover, isn't that sweet? As another contemporary, I think it is more of a set at Christmas rather than a actual Christmas book, but I'm excited to read that. And then this one I bought last year and I never managed to get to it. So this is not fiction, actually. I believe this is more of a memoir. Yeah, this is A Country House Christmas, a magical memoir of an Edwardian Christmas by Phyllis Eleanor Sandman. And this is a super short little one, but I definitely want to get to this. It's super duper cute. Just about their Edwardian Christmases. So that is on the pile. Let's see, what else? Let's look at a couple that I've already read, but that I may do a reread of. So I've got 2 Christmas misread books and 1 misread on my Kindle, which is Christmas at Thrush Green. I did a reread of the Thrush Green series earlier this year, but I didn't read Christmas at Thrush Green, which is the last one in the series, because I wanted to do the reread of that this month. So I'm definitely going to reread Christmas at Thrush Green on my Kindle. And then the other 2 Christmas books that I have a couple others, but these are the 2 that I'm going to try and get to doing rereads of. So this is going to be also part of Reread December. It's got a name. What's that? What's the name of the readathon? I'm sorry, it's slipping my mind, but rereading in December. So I'm going to reread probably these 2. This is No Holly for Miss Quinn. Look at that cover. This is set in Fairacre from her Fairacre series, but it's pretty much a standalone. So Miss Holly, No Holly for Miss Quinn. And then Miss Reed's Christmas Tales. This is a a compilation of 2 stories. It is Village Christmas and A Christmas Mouse, which are 2 sort of short stories slash novellas. So I'm going to do a reread of that. I am also definitely going to do a reread of Winter Solstice by Rosamund Pilcher. I did read this one also last year. I'm not sure that I plan on rereading it every year, but it's such a cozy, winter, Christmassy. The very last scene is a Christmas scene, and I love it. I love it so much. So I'm definitely going to reread this. I will read it on my Kindle, though. I've got this on my Kindle. So even though I've got this beautiful hardback, I will be reading this on my Kindle. That is a definite. Well, everything's a definite maybe. Let's just say that. I also already started Nigel Slater's Christmas Chronicles. And this one is a series of essays and recipes, one for not every single day, but one for many days throughout the season. It started on November 1st, and it goes up through, I believe, Advent, January 18th. So it goes through January. So I'm reading 1 or 2 of these every day or so, depending on what his schedule is, but I'm definitely going to continue with that. It's super wonderful. I love Nigel Slater. And then, I've got this. So what I'm going to talk about now is just stuff that I'm going to set out and kind of flip through. They're not really books to sit down and read, but books that I like to have out that I can just randomly pick up and look at as I'm going through the day. So the first one of these is Miss Reed's Christmas book, illustrated by Tracy Williamson. This is not a book that was written by Miss Reed. It is more of a collection of essays, and there are there stories in here that she wrote? I'm not actually even sure if there are excerpts from her book in this, but short stories, some Christmas poems, some illustrations. So this is definitely going to be a flick through. Leave it sitting out on the table and flip through it. The other one similar is Christmas from the Heart of the Home by Susan Branch, one of my new favorite book crushes. I just love Susan Branch. And this is also similar to Miss Reed, a combination of these. I just love her illustrations. This is breakfast and brunch. So it's recipes and quotes and pictures. Look at this one. This section is called Decking the Halls, and it is about decorating and getting ready for Christmas. I'm going to love flipping through this one. I also last year bought this beauty. This is the J.R.R. Tolkien Letters from Father Christmas, the ones that he wrote to his children when they were little. And I love this edition because it's got the actual picture. Sorry, I'm going all over the place here. It's got a picture of the letter with some illustrations. And then it has the text of the letter too, because you know how hard it is to read people's handwriting. But look at that. There's another picture of the envelope. I will leave this one out and just flick through it, read a couple letters here and there, look at the illustrations. I'm not going to sit down probably and read it cover to cover, but I am going to enjoy that this winter. And then lastly, my 2 favorite Christmas cookbooks, from which I rarely actually cook anything, but I love, love, love perusing. Look at this Nigella one. I don't think you can actually see, but you see all of these are things that I've dog-eared. Yes, I'm a bad booktuber. I dog-ear my books, especially my cookbooks. I want to flip through and find the recipes that I love. So I do dog-ear, but I love Nigella's voice. I love this cookbook because it's got some essays in it along with recipes. So it's primarily recipes. It's not like the Nigel Slater one where it's essay with a recipe. This is just, it's got some essays in the beginning of each chapter, but it's primarily recipes, but they're so wonderful. I love Nigella at Christmas. A lot of her shows are on YouTube, so I do rewatch a lot of her Christmas special series on YouTube to get me in the Christmas mood. And it's so funny. I'm looking through this book and I've dog-eared all these recipes. I don't think I've actually cooked a single one of them, except for she's got a pumpkin lasagna in here that I have not cooked it exactly because I never cook pumpkin, but I've cooked something similar with squash, and it is delicious. And then, of course, we cannot have Christmas without Delia Smith's Christmas. She's also got a lot of her shows have been posted on YouTube, which I just love watching. And I also don't really make any of these recipes, but one of the things I love so much about this book is she's got a whole schedule of planning how you are going to get your Christmas dinner ready. And it is like a checklist of, look at this, the last 36 hours. So it's all separated into what to do when, even though I don't ever do this because I am lazy. I do not want to spend 3 days planning a Christmas dinner. But I love reading it. I love flipping through it. I love looking at the pictures, and yeah, it's fantastic. So definitely keeping this pile out to just peruse, to get me in the Christmas mood, and doing a reread of my favorite, Winter Solstice, of course. What are you planning on reading for the holiday season? Anything fun coming up? I'd love to hear about it. Talk to you later. Bye.